The portion of old Route 66 that crosses the deserts of Southern California can be a lonely and desolate place. But it is a fun place to explore, and we did exactly that with our Lexus LX 570. Early westbound travelers on Route 66 were thrilled to cross the Colorado River and enter the Golden State, although they still had the daunting task of crossing the vast desert separating them from the temperate climate of the Los Angeles basin that so many were coming to visit and to settle in. We did this trip in the opposite direction and joined Route 66 at the top of the Cajon Pass, north of the San Bernardino area. Traffic now flows along Interstate 15, which covers the original path of Route 66 as it passes over the summit of the mountains. In the city of Victorville, we exited the interstate and began following the Mother Road. The Bottle Tree Ranch near Hellendale is one man's tribute to desert scavenging and the artwork it can yield, and is the kind of sight you won't see when you travel only on the interstate. The city of Barstow has been hosting travelers for many years as a transportation hub for railroads and highways. The railway heritage is on display at the beautifully restored train station and Harvey House, which now houses a Route 66 museum. Harvey House facilities were a fixture along railroad lines in the late 1800s and early 1900s, providing dining and lodging for travelers. From just east of Barstow to the area of Needles, California, Old 66 pretty much parallels Interstate 40, moving a bit to the south and a bit to the north. Most of the sparse traffic that you'll find using the old road in this area is either local or railroad maintenance crews tending to the nearby tracks, a near constant companion along many portions of Route 66. The remains of a number of businesses that catered to travelers making the difficult desert crossing before the days of the interstate are still standing, in varying states of repair, along this corridor. And some, like the Baghdad Cafe, made famous by the movie of the same name shot here in the late 1980s, and a later short-lived television series, are still ready to serve hungry travelers and local desert dwellers. Near Amboy, you'll find the Amboy Crater, a national natural landmark. About 1,500 feet across and rising some 250 feet above the desert floor, the crater was formed from volcanic activity that ceased only about 500 years ago. Cinders from the eruptions cover nearly 25 square miles of the area. In the town of Amboy itself, Roy's Cafe and its adjacent motel and service station have also been featured as movie and television locations over the years. The facility is now reopened and presently undergoing restoration to provide more services to modern-day highway travelers. There are two different alignments of Route 66 across part of the desert, with the original road going through the town of Goffs, where you'll find some interesting remains and exhibits at the old schoolhouse. The city of Needles has been a center of activity along the Colorado River for many years. In earlier times, when steamships plied the river carrying supplies and passengers to various points, it was a major shipping terminal for both railroads and river traffic serving mining areas in California, Arizona, and Nevada. East of Needles, a now barely used section of Route 66 deteriorates into a mixture of rough dirt, broken pavement, and huge fissures created by rain runoff. This unmarked, often overlooked section of the historic road dead ends when it comes to a crossing of Interstate 40. If you're driving a capable four-wheel drive vehicle like our Lexus, rather than doubling back and getting on the interstate to go farther east, you can head down an embankment and into a wash that will cross under the freeway and bring you out to the remaining section of Route 66. This portion of the road will take you as far east as you can go on publicly accessible Route 66 in California. You can view the original bridge that carried the highway across the Colorado River. It now carries a gas pipeline between Arizona and California. The access road to the bridge is now on private property, but some early-day guardrails can still be studied up close. From the distance, you can see the old road climbing the hill before heading on to the original bridge. At this point, we turned our Lexus back toward our home base in the Los Angeles area, having had a very pleasant drive through an area that posed serious challenges for earlier day motorists. Our highway history lesson was over for now, and the LX 570 provided us with the kind of luxury, comfort, and capability that drivers in Route 66's heyday would never have even dreamed of. Next, we'll update